What do you call the Punisher with a degree in IT? A troubleshooter. You made it to Friday and another cover by video. Thanks for stopping by my channel today. The Punisher, Volume 11, Issue Number 3, is the book that me and the panel, which consists of Cookie from Just a Little Podcast and Comics for Thomas, are going to decide between. One of these is going to win, and one of these we're going to say bye to. Find out which one in today's video. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to Cookie from Just a Little Podcast or Comics for Thomas, links to their YouTube channels are in the description for this video. I certainly would appreciate it. You don't want to miss out on the content that they contribute to our comic book community. So let's get started with first thought comments today on Punisher issue number 3 from volume 11. After missing last week, I'm happy that Cookie from Just a Little Podcast is back with us for today's video. So with first thought comments, take it away, Cookie.
What's going on, guys? Sorry I missed the last episode. Unfortunately, I had COVID, really bad actually, but thankfully I was able to make it out alive, and I am here for the next episode of Cover By, which is going to be on Punisher, Volume 11, Issue number 3. So we have Cover A, which is a very interesting style cover. We have it horizontally kind of drawn, except we have the title block on the side in normal proportion. I like this cover a lot. I think it's a really cool concept of having the Punisher kind of in that underneath espionage style. I don't even know if it's espionage, but just that feel of like, I'm here to kill people. And he's laid out underneath the car, bullets are flying at him, and then you have the Punisher title on there cracking like it's in the floor. You have the blood spilling all over the place. It's a really cool cover. Sadly enough, though, there is this giant barcode on the side that just, it ruins the cover. I definitely think that if you were to get rid of all of that Marvel issue 3, parental guidance, the barcode, get rid of all that stuff and just have it plain like it is right now, or even keep Marvel at the top and get rid of everything else, I think that would have done a lot better for this cover. But overall, I think the cover is a really cool concept. I like it a lot. It's a massive barrel, which is kind of crazy to think of. But overall, it's a nice looking cover. Then we're on over to cover B. And cover B, we have a really cool blocked title with same thing, Punisher style, kind of cracking at the bottom. Looks like it's heating up, if you will, almost. Really nice concept as well. I do like the background with the Punisher kind of being submerged into this wood environment, and we have these wolves next to him, bloodied up, angry, vicious wolves, eyes peering out, white. Really dig this cover as well. I think it's a really nice cover. We have the knife with the blood on it. You can see that he's just been in a battle and he's coming out alive. Looks like he won this battle. It reminds me a lot of kind of Riddick, which was a Vin Diesel movie, and there are these giant, I guess you can call them wolves or alien robotic wolves, whatever, and he's able to be with them because he's an animal like them. And it seems like this is like that same type of concept. So I like it. It's a really cool cover. Let's see which one I pick.
Awesome. It's just not the same when Cookie's not here. Glad that you're back. Okay, Comics for Thomas, what are your first thought comments on these issues?
So we are looking at Punisher Volume 11, Issue number 3. I did not realize that there were 11 volumes of Punisher. But, I mean, you could have probably a lot of short volumes, so that kind of makes sense. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy has like a new volume out every week, so... looking at issue number 3 here, we've got a sideways cover. So, I like this cover, but I guess I would wonder if, is that the Punisher underneath the truck? I'm sure it is, but it's hard to tell because nothing besides him holding a gun and having muscles. Like, to me, that could also be like an assassin. You know, I mean, that could be somebody going up against the Punisher. So I think I would like it somehow if they worked it in that you could see maybe the symbol on the shirt a little bit more, even some white to indicate the skull. I like the skull on the truck. I do like that it looks like there's bullets being shot at him. You can see the kind of the spray in the sand. Don't mind the Punisher symbol on the bottom or on the left, whatever you want to call it, if you hold it sideways. and then some blood. But what's really funny is if you expand, and I don't know if you can do it on the video, but if you expand the scope, the red scope, you can see the face of the person I think that he just killed, because they're sideways, because he's the person they just shot is laying down on their side because he's down underneath. I'm sure you can get what I mean. I just had to expand the photo because I was just taking a look to see if anything indicated if it was Punisher or not, and I saw this face in the reflection, which is done. That's pretty cool. I'll give him that. All right, let's look at the B cover. So the B cover, obviously, we can tell it's Punisher compared to the last one. The shirt actually looks pretty awesome. The wolves don't look too bad. I'm not feeling the red at the bottom of the Punisher, like up top there. And his face looks weird to me. I'm not enjoying the face or the hand on the tree. I don't know. It seems poorly drawn. I should never be the one to judge, but that's what this show is. I like the creepy eyes in the background as well of the wolves. That's done really well. But the face and the hand bother me. I even like the knife. It's the hand touching the tree. The shirt looks awesome, though. Yeah, we'll see.
All right, thanks very much, Thomas. Now with my first thought comments, starting with the A cover. I like what I see here, although there was a little bit of a smirk on my face when I saw the parental advisory, not for kids. That's putting it mildly. So this is cool to take a landscape shot and put it vertical. What I think could have worked a little bit better, though, is if they could have incorporated the trade dress into the sand a little bit more, almost like kind of like it was tracks or something. But the blood spilling into the trade dress, I like a lot. I'm kind of intrigued by this cover, and I will say I didn't notice the man in the gun rifle until Thomas pointed that out in his first thought comments. This is a cool cover, though. You can definitely tell the action's going on, and you've got the bullets ricocheting there on the sand. I like what I see here. I definitely would take a second look at this if I saw it on a shelf. Now turning over to the B cover. He looks sinister here. He looks deadly. This almost, to me, has like that scary Halloween type feel to it. Even the trade dress, as coloring wise, it dips down into breaking off with like blood or bloody at the bottom of the trade dress all the way across. That's interesting too. All of the eyes from the wolves staring. That's just such a diabolical look on the Punisher's face and Frank Castle's face there on that cover. Some of the wolves, though, they don't look like they're looking directly at the viewer who's looking at the cover. I mean, they all are, but some of them, it's not as for me at least, as plain obvious that they're looking right at the viewer. So, I don't know, that's a little bit different. I'm wondering if this is part of the story or if this is just one of those kind of pin-up type alternate variant covers. I'm not sure. Those are my first thought comments, though, between the A and the B. Now that we've gotten the entire panel's first thought comments, let's start making some choices on what's going to win. Cookie from Just a Little Podcast, you're back up first with today's first pick.
All right, so I am actually going to go with cover B. I think cover B is the one that does it for me. And the reason why I didn't pick cover A is solely because of that barcode. And yeah, that's basically it for that one. Cover B really stands out for me. There's a lot of detail going on, a lot of action happening in this one. And just the environment, the setting that the Punisher is in with the wolves and the blood all over the place. It's a cool cover. So I dig it. I'm going to go with cover B as my pick for this week.
Okay, Cookie says it's cover B for him. 1 vote for cover B. Is it 2 votes for cover B? Comics for Thomas, tell us if that's what you're picking.
So I'm going to go with cover A on this one. This is another close one. I probably have as many... I didn't really say anything negative about A even though it's not a cover that I would probably pick up. And I think that's why I picked A, because I did have some negative things to say about B, but these were very, very close. I would definitely probably look at them both a second time if I saw them at a shop, only because that A, you don't typically see that type of cover where you're going to turn it sideways, because they'd be like, oh, I'm going to check it out. Yeah, okay, in the end, not get it. And because the B is a variant, you can tell it's a variant the way it's drawn. And like seeing trees and wolves and stuff like that on there, I'd be like, oh, what's this? And and at first I would look at the Punisher shirt, be like, that's awesome. Then I'd look at his face and the hand, and I'd be like, no, I don't want this face. Going with A.
2 picks have been made in Cover By for this week. My pick is going to be for Cover A. Sorry, Cover B. Bye. A is my pick. A is the winner today. I just thought that cover was pretty creative. The only thing that I said, repeating myself, is if they would incorporate the trade dress a little bit more into the sand, possibly a sand art or like a track or something, I think that would have been cool. But this cover definitely makes me take a second look if I would have seen it on the shelf. So that's why I'm picking A today. And the panel ends up A is the final choice. Is that the one you would have picked? Leave a comment below and let me know your thoughts between the A and the B covers on this Punisher issue. So on our next cover buy, because you're getting 3 this month, there's 3 Fridays in this month, we go indie, and we're going to do a Canto title for the next cover buy. But while I have you, I want to tell you what's coming up on my channel, because I've been invited to participate in some collaborations on some other channels this weekend. So tomorrow, Saturday, I'll be on Gary B, the Casual Comic Guys, the 10-1-1 program. That will be Saturday the 17th at 7 p.m. Eastern live on his YouTube channel. So make sure to join me for that. I'm really looking forward to that, although it was hard narrowing down what books I'm going to pick. And I'm still honestly weeding out what's going to end up making the final cut. Then on Sunday, this Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern, I'll be on Silver Haired Bronze Age Babe Comics channel, Shabab, and we're doing a live dive on the character Nubia. Of course, Nubia comes from the Wonder Woman universe, so I'm looking forward to that. I love collaborating with both of these YouTubers. And then on Sunday, Fanboys Live and the Retro Review will be it's going to be a day late, but it's going to be a Batman Day themed Fanboys Live and the Retro Review at 8 to 8:15, somewhere starting in that region Eastern time, Sunday on my YouTube channel. So that's what's coming up this weekend. Where you can find me, I'm going to be a busy guy, but I certainly do appreciate all of the invites and looking forward to the collaborations I'll be doing this upcoming weekend. Make sure to join me. Thank you again to my panel, Cookie from Just a Little Podcast and Comics for Thomas, for joining me. I have a Back Issue of the Week YouTube short that's dropping Monday on my YouTube channel, and then Tuesday afternoon, another Comic Book Editions video. Thanks for all of your support and friendship, and I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Take care.